To understand the arrival of Muslim rule in the Indian subcontinent, we must first discard the popular narrative of a singular, sudden conquest. History is rarely a linear event. It is an accumulation of structural pressures. In the early 8th century, the Sindhi coastline was not a peripheral frontier. It was a central node in a vast, interconnected maritime economy. Arab traders had been operating in these ports for decades, long before the first soldier arrived. Sindh, governed by the Brahmin dynasty under Raja Dahir, was a sophisticated agrarian and commercial landscape. It was the stability of this trade route, the lifeblood of the Umayyad Caliphate's economic reach, that would eventually trigger a seismic geopolitical shift. The immediate catalyst for the 712 CE expedition was a specific incident involving the seizure of ships near the port of Dabal. These ships were carrying gifts and orphaned women, families of Arab merchants, from Ceylon back to the Caliphate. When they were seized by local pirates, the Umayyad governor of Iraq, al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf, demanded restitution. Historians often debate the nature of this demand. Was it a pretext for imperial expansion, or a genuine attempt to secure the safety of the commercial commons? The primary source, the Chachnama, our most detailed chronicle of the conquest, records these negotiations as a test of sovereignty. Raja Dahir's response, citing his inability to control the pirates, challenged the Caliphate's influence in the region. This was the breakdown of the informal empire of trade, necessitating the transition to a formal military presence. Before we examine the military campaign, we must understand the state of Sindh. It was a complex, hierarchical society. The Brahmin elite sat at the apex, but the population was composed of various groups, including Buddhists, Jats, and Meds, who often operated with significant local autonomy. University-level analysis requires us to look at the socio-economic fragility of Dahir's rule. Recent historiography suggests that the ease of the subsequent conquest was not merely due to military force, but because the Umayyad arrival capitalized on existing internal divisions. For an A-level student, it is vital to note that the Umayyad administration, under Muhammad bin Qasim, did not immediately dismantle these local structures. They sought to integrate Sindh into the imperial revenue system, the Haraj, using local administrative expertise to maintain the flow of resources. The arrival of Muhammad bin Qasim in 712 CE was the conclusion of a long process of geopolitical friction, not a spontaneous eruption of ideology. It marked the first time the administrative, legal, and economic frameworks of the Umayyad Caliphate were applied to the unique geography of the Indus Valley. As we move into the next episode, we will dissect the military campaign itself, the siege of Dabal, and the radical administrative experiments that followed. We will look at how the Chachnama frames this interaction, providing us with a window into the mind of both the conqueror and the conquered. Sindh was the threshold, the experiment that would eventually pave the way for the complex, centuries-long history of Muslim rule in the heart of the subcontinent.